D lineman. I'm trying to get Caden Proctor. I'm trying to get Caleb Banks out of Florida. I'm trying to get them trenches solidified and for real this time. Not no hyped up bullshit, but really solidify them trenches, baby. Them trenches. You hear me? Heavy, no cap. Oh, T Bass in the building. T Bass, what
What's
up,
up,
man?
guy?
What's
Hey,
going on?
so scale of 1 to 10,
Uh huh.
10 being the most confident.
Uh huh.
How confident are you that Kevin O'Connell is going to change his stripe or change his ways and run the ball? How confident are you in that? Because me, I'm about
Yeah.
at a 1 or 2. I,
Great question. Great
I
question, man. So as far I'll give him a 6, man. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and give him a 6. Only because T Bass, because of what I saw towards the end of the season, man. Even though he reverted back at times, I believe he finally was getting it. I don't know who got in his ear or he just saw the production from McCarthy and started to understand the game more and what he needs to do. But I give him a 6, man. So you say you give him a 2?
yeah, I have no reasoning in his first 4 years of him changing. I
So
mean,
even even how he changed in the last what 6 games, you don't believe in him to change. He is he too
no.
much in his ego? You believe?
I think he's a huge egomaniac. That's why he won't give up calling plays, even though he's not good at it. Even though
Wow,
he's not good at it. And
wow.
they're saying they bring this assistant coach in that is heavy at the run. I
Yeah,
don't he is egotistic in a way to where he's not going to change his offensive philosophy of throwing the ball all the time. I think he bought into all the hype that he's like this great quarterback whisperer, offensive
mhm,
genius. I think he's bought into the hype and he
yeah.
thinks he's the smartest man in the room.
Now
That's
let
my
me ask you
opinion.
this. Now let me ask you this, right? So this whole QB whisperer thing, like who really started that, man? Do you know? Because it seemed like it came out of nowhere and everybody was just saying the damn phrase QB whisperer, KOC.
I have I have no idea where the offensive genius and quarterback whisperer came in because, well, when they drafted him and they start talking about his pedigree, I'm like, well, the dude didn't even call plays in Los Angeles. So what did he do as an offensive coordinator?
Yeah, man. Like he didn't call plays at all, right?
So it's I just I don't know. I don't have confidence in him, and this is a guy now that's trying to win his job and win mode. So don't be
Yeah.
surprised. Don't be surprised. He's running the draft. Let's make no bones about it. He's running
So,
the draft.
so you think so
He's
you think so you think KOC is not Flores in charge? You think it's KOC?
no. I think KOC's in charge. Okay. So they're saying it's a KOC's Flores. Um, you know, whatever. They're both. Who makes the ultimate decision? The head coach, right?
Mm-hmm. Allegedly.
So So
Yeah.
so so here's what I don't be surprised in the first round if they draft a wide receiver.
A receiver for what? For because they're
A
getting rid of
new toy
Speedy.
for Kevin O'Connell
Hmm.
for his passing game. He's a guy now that is in I need to save my job right now and make my passing game work. And I'm not buying into all this hype of every other week bring this quarterback in. Oh, the Vikings are looking at this quarterback.
Oh,
Then the
bro,
next
so
week,
crazy.
another flavor. I would think the only the two reasonable people I would think he would generally look at is Kirk Cousins or Aaron Rodgers.
Bro, you said Kirk. So let me ask you this, man. When people say Kirk, I'm so tired of people even thinking about Kirk returning. So let me ask you this: a real question, a real honest answer. How do you feel about Kirk Cousins potentially coming back?
Well, okay, I'm looking at it as if he can sign for cheap, why not? because everybody wants to chirp and point out that Kevin O'Connell won 13 games his first year with a very bad defense. Well, who was his quarterback?
Right.
Kirk Cousins, right?
Yep.
All right. So
Exactly.
and so his thinking is, I won 13 games this guy with the Ed Donachel defense, and now I got Flores here. If I can bring him back, I can
But
be
see,
very
that's what I
successful.
mean. That makes no sense because there's no guarantee with Kirk, and Kirk's not even the same player. The only look, T-Bass, the only time Kirk look, hold on, let me get this off. The only time Kirk Cousins would have maybe gave you a real playoff push opportunity was the year he tore his Achilles when they started bad, but started to win games and shit. When Jordan Addison went off and stepped in for Jettas and they started winning, that's the season that it could have been done. But Kirk is not. He's not that,
And
man. He's done.
but I'm just saying, for Kevin O'Connell's train of thought, that was the
Yeah.
last time he had him, and he was looking real good up until the Achilles injury. So a guy that's maybe feeling the heat and needs to win now.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate he don't have time to be patient with JJ McCarthy. He may be a guy that I need to win now. I need to at least win a playoff game to save my ass.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he brings in Kirk Cousins. It's an offensive draft. Like we're shocked he takes a wide receiver in the first round.
Yeah.
You know, a running back or tight end in the second round, and because he's a guy, I just think he's a snake in the grass behind closed doors. He's all about himself. He's
So you think
egotistic.
so you think he's really do whatever it takes to keep his job and fuck everybody else, guy.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, dude. I'm just. So when we got rid of Kirk Cousins and we brought Kwesi in to fix all this salary cap that we kicked down the road and stuff, it
Right.
seems
Right.
like we're back in that direction now.
Right.
We're back into where, Rob Brzezinski can fix the cap by restructuring guys' contract, kick that salary down the road. We're not a team that's like on the cusp of being a Super Bowl champ. So all we're doing is doing this shit again and destroying the future. I would rather, let's see what McCarthy's got, let him sink or swim this year, and if we fail, KOC's fired. We look for a new quarterback and we start anew. But I don't think things point to that. I really don't. I think
Yeah.
it's back to where we were 4 years.
Dre, what up,
That's
man?
What up? What up?
Shit. but T Bass. So this thing
Hey.
here, see, it's a way they can push this thing in a positive direction, though. See, I think Flores will have a lot of say in this year's draft, which will benefit the Vikings. And if you have a good draft, everything changes. That's first thing. But McCarthy, how they treat McCarthy will be a major factor as well.
I just think O'Connell's totally got to change then, because all these things he's going to listen to Flores to draft and this and that. He hasn't listened to anybody in the last 4 years. He's been very steadfast on what he wants to do. I'm calling the plays. We're going to throw the ball no matter what. I'm sure people in the room, including Brian Flores, has said, hey, dude, we have to run the ball. He hasn't listened to him at all. So why is all of a sudden now he's going to totally change and start listening to people? Until I see it, I don't buy it. I just don't.
Exactly. It's no more vouching for him and shit, you know.
And all this stuff about, the previous drafts and stuff. There is no effing way, no way anybody's going to tell me, and I'm going to believe it, that the head coach doesn't have major input on any draft choice during the draft. There's no way. There is no way Kwesi was just drafting this shit without Kevin O'Connell's input and blessing. There's no way. I don't buy it.
I mean, well, the way they talk collaboration, I mean, you would expect them to work together anyway, you know.
But what team doesn't take major input from their head coach? I mean, to think that, I just think is ridiculous. And
It depends on the team, though. You know, I mean, some GMs are that arrogant. Like, I'm sure Ron Poles, he did it his way. Period. It was no talking to Poles or saying, "Hey, Poles, back up." No, he came in there, tore it down, and built that shit up like he wanted. So it depends on the guy.
I still think, a good GM, is you go to your head coach, you go to your head defensive guy, your head offensive guy,
Right.
and ask them, what do you need to be successful? I need this. Then you go tell your scouts, this is what we're looking for. And then the scouts come back and say, these are the guys. Then you bring those guys back before the draft and tell, okay, you wanted this. This is where we're at. We found this guy, and they're ranked here.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna sign off on that? And I guarantee it. I mean, I highly doubt any GM just makes any decisions without talking to their head coach. And what do you need to be successful? And if they don't do that, they're not GM long. That's just I just don't buy into it that Kwesi was making all the decisions on these drafts. There's no way.
Yeah, it's crazy. How you feel about it, Dre? What's up, man? You sleep over there, dog?
No, I'm just letting y'all go. I'm just I'm KOC now.
Hey, man, you gotta believe
me
it.
to ride with it, and so I'm KOC. I'm defending my coach.
I'm glad you are.
Hey, don't be too much.
I want this son of a bitch gone so bad.
I mean, but I don't have confidence he's going to change.
Right.
He's not at all.
Everybody's saying, they brought this guy in. Oh,
let me ask you a question real quick. T-Bass, so you and Dre say you don't feel like he should feel like he will change. So first game of the season, y'all telling me he just gonna go out there and throw the ball like crazy?
Yes.
It's gonna be the same.
You telling me OTAs, training camp, preseason, KOC is gonna be the same KOC going into the season, homie?
Yeah, I don't see where any indication he's going to change. He's going to be throwing the ball on 3rd and 1 and all that other bullshit. He's not going to be adjusting during the game. He's horseshit at in-game adjustments, and he gets out-coached every game when it comes to adjusting during the game. He cannot do it.
Yeah,
he just sticks with the script.
T-Bag.
Man,
that's my coach. Don't talk about my coach like that. That's my coach.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
That's crazy.
He told me, SKOL told me to put my hard hat on and just roll with it because we ain't got no choice. So that's my coach.
Hey, you gotta roll with him, man. We don't. We gotta see how it turn out. Hey, T-Bass, how long you been a Vikings fan, man?
All my life, I'm 59. I remember three of their Super Bowls, watching it as a kid. Yeah, wow. I remember 2 really well. I have some memories of the Miami one, but so I've been with them all through the 70s. Seen those purple people here.
Wow.
My favorite players, Chuck Ball.
So what you most tired of, man?
What's that?
Like, what are you most tired of? What bullshit are you most tired of that's going on in Minneapolis, man, for all these years?
The business model and how too many fans are just comfortable with that mantle we're the winningest team in the NFL without a Super Bowl.
Hold on, say it one more time. You gotta say that again, T-Bass. One more time, dog.
I'm just really tired of the business model the Vikings have and fans that accept it. We're the winningest team in the NFL without a Super Bowl, and that's perfectly acceptable.
Damn, dog.
It pisses me off.
I'm tired of the fluky game.
You say what,
The
Jordan?
fluky games we supposed to win to go, and you be like, oh, this is a no-brainer. We're gonna beat them and go to the Super Bowl. We lose them every time.
See, and the thing is, when too many fans are comfortable with that mantle, we're the winningest team without winning a Super Bowl, and they're fine with that. They're too scared to get really bad to get good. They're too scared.
Yeah.
They would rather go through a bunch of 10-win seasons with not a playoff win than go through some really bad seasons and be a Super Bowl contender.
Facts.
That's just my and that's the owner's business model too, is to make money.
Yep.
Well, we have been that though.
Well,
Been what? Been what?
It's the fluky games like Blair Walsh type shit. Gary Anderson missing a field goal against Atlanta.
That's on the punk ass kickers though. Them punk ass kickers, dog.
Yeah, but it's still fluky plays though. I mean, damn, Blair Walsh.
Yeah, but let's look at that 98 game. Okay, Gary Anderson missed the field goal. How about Robert Griffin on the drive that Atlanta tied it up? Dropped 2 interceptions that hit him right in the freaking numbers. What about that? What about the Vikings was blowing doors off of teams? They had Randy Moss as a rookie that no team ever seen before, and they get the ball back at the end of the game with over 1 minute and timeout, and they kneel on the fucking ball. What about that? What about Robert Smith running out of bounds instead of staying in bounds and keeping the clock running? You know, it's not all just on Gary Anderson. What about the Vikings that entire year when they got up on a team, they never let off the gas. And in that playoff game, they got up on Atlanta and then they let off the gas and went conservative instead of doing what they did all year. So there's a lot of bullshit in that game.
Yeah.
And Gary Anderson is just one aspect of it.
Right. I mean, just like now, a lot of bullshit now when certain guys are one aspect. But I hate the way they try to make McCarthy the scapegoat all year, man. Off season, regular season, all that. One thing about it, he never takes blame, dog. Never.
He's a young kid. I've never got on him, but I've never hyped him up. Way too many people hype that kid up from day one.
Yeah, and that's why
you want it was Vikings are gonna instantly now win 2 Super Bowls. This kid's great. He's the best quarterback in the draft. You know, I never bought into all that shit. He was basically kind of a reach at number 10. He was projected as a low first round, early second round pick. And the Vikings took him at 10. So, you know, I never bought into all this, you know, practice stats. You know, in practice, he was 6 out of 8. Who gives a shit? It was practice. It just, you know, you just have to let's see what the kid's got.
Yeah, get a man a chance, man. For real. Get a man a chance, bro.
But you know, me being a Chicago Cub fan, I seen this when the Cubs were in the 80s and stuff until they got new ownership. And they brought in Theo Epstein. And the first thing Theo Epstein said, he said, fans, you're going to have to stay patient with me. We're going to get really bad to get really good. And 4 years later, The Cubs won a World Series first time in 109 years. But Viking fans don't want that. They don't want. They all like destroyed me when I said this team is nowhere near being a Super Bowl contender. Trade Justin Jefferson before his contract and get a bunch of first-round picks for him. Oh, no, we can't win. Oh, we're not winning with him now. We're wasting $35 million a year that we could have took that and built a team along with bringing in a new quarterback. But we just want our shiny toys.
Yeah, I was never with trading Jettas, but I will say if you were gonna trade him, the time would have been then, not now. But back then,
we're stuck with that. Yeah. That's what
back then you could have got a lot for him, definitely. But right now, I'll never say trading him, but back then would have made the most sense. But now you got to keep him, bro. And now he might leave a year ago.
So as a Viking fan, Matali, what a lot of Viking fans said, you can't trade him. You can't win without Justin Jefferson. You can't win without him. You're a terrible fan. So if Justin Jefferson ever comes out and says, I want to trade, should all those fans instantly hate that guy because he's walking out on a team that needs him to win and they paid him, but he's saying, fuck it, I want out. Should he be hated then? Because it's the same mentality.
No, at this point, you can hate him. I mean, if the Vikings come with the same bullshit next year, I mean, you can't hate him for requesting a trade. I mean, the man's ultimate goal is to win, so you can't hate him for wanting to win.
But the theory is the Vikings can't win without him. So if he's asking a trade, he's leaving the fans and the team high and dry because he wants out of there, and they can't win without him. So I mean, shouldn't he be hated by that?
I mean,
I don't think so, but
right.
I don't think so, but I just think it was a good business decision to trade him before that contract and generate a bunch of draft picks.
Yeah, like I say, that would have been the time to do it. But I wasn't ever the one vouching for trading for him, but that would have been the time if you wanted something.
I'm not a proponent to making the wide receiver the highest paid player on your team. And you watch this contract's going to go through, and we're going to be lucky that if we win a playoff game with that big contract of $35 million a year, we'll be lucky to win a playoff game. He's got 2 more years on the contract. I don't see him winning a playoff game this year. So we have 1 more year of that contract.
Yeah.
That just wasted all that money and could have generated a lot of traffic. That's just my thinking on it. It's nothing that I don't think the guy is great. It's just it wasn't a good business decision at the time.
Yeah, I mean that's the Vikings pay guys, bro. They paid Kirk for 6 years. They overpaid numerous times. So if Jettas got paid, him out of any player deserved to get played if we're talking play on the field. Because Kirk for
but on the Viking side of thing on ownership, he's the guy who sells jerseys. He's the guy who puts buttons. Yeah. So he was untouchable. They didn't care about it. It was a good move to build future and possibly win a playoff game. It's sign that game, guy, make the fans happy, keep butts in the seats.
So once again, the will showing what matters to him most, money instead of winning.
And once again, fans being comfortable with we're the winningest team without a Super Bowl. Let's keep the best receiver in the game, pay him a bunch of money, even though it's not going to do shit for us in the long run. I mean, that's the reason. Fans are too scared to get bad to get good.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Hey, but hey, man, I appreciate y'all coming up. Any last words? I'm gonna finish up the live, bro.
Nope, take it easy, guys.
All right, T-Bass. I'll holler at you, man.
Hey, this the day. Next time, tell Daniel next time, hit the link.
Bet. All right,
You
Dre. I'll
doing
holler
all
at
that
you, bro.
work and don't get the link. All right.
All right, bro. Hey, shout out Dre and T Baz coming up, bro. Yeah, man. Some good talk. T Baz say he been watching since the 70s, dog. I know he fed the hell up, bro. Heavy. Heavy, bro. I know he fed up, bro. Daniel been in the building on fire tonight. Hold on, Daniel. Hold on, my boy. Hold on, my boy, dog. Let's get into some of these comments, man. Heavy. My boy Daniel been getting it in. Shout out Daniel in the building, bro. Early. Okay. Get some, what he say? Mini is better, boundary waters. So he says Minneapolis is better than Washington. Here we go. Camping in cold is fun. No PPL, no BS. 10 out of 10 want dream pick. So Daniel hit the link. Dre say Daniel hit the link. Oh man. Say Daniel was scared to hit the link, skull. like orange or big citrus. KOC won't change and lose his job, but runs the ball and keeps it on him. Everybody seems to believe KOC won't change, man. T-Baz say he won't change. Dre say he won't change. Hey, we gotta rock and roll with him though. We gotta see what's up. We gotta get a man a chance. At the end of the day, he's not going nowhere right now, homie. Heavy SKOL VIKES. Oh yeah. Why bring in Mason? Was my turning point good back, not used right? Big facts. Mason could have been a real, even more dog running that Tater, toting that Tater. Definitely underutilized. Exactly. Daniel said it's McVay. It has always been McVay. Period. No cap. To trade Addison, I won't ever say trade Addison. I told you, EJ. We will lose Justin Jefferson if we have another bum season. Big facts. Not surprised at all about it either. I mean, the whole Jettas thing, I understand people says he was overpaid or got paid a lot. Well, first off, we talk about it. He did deserve it. If we're talking about a player on the Vikings who deserved to get paid, it was him. I mean, they said and paid Kirk Cousins for years. You know, they should have been subtracting Kirk Cousins money or getting rid of Cousins to pay Jettas. But if we're talking about field on the play at the time, oh, Jettas deserved every piece of the bread, every piece of the pie he got. I stand on that 10 toes down. But T Bass was absolutely right when he said the time to trade him would have been then. You could have got an overhaul for Jettas. But now, and like I said, I was never one to say trade Jettas. I think he makes your team better no matter how you put it in every aspect. You know, heavy. So you will never hear me say trade Jettas. Think he's a great teammate, good dude on and off the field, hard worker, the best to do it. One of the best in the business. If you ain't gonna say he number one, then you gotta say he top three. No matter how it goes, I think he's number one. The man put up 1,000 yards in a piss poor offense. Now you tell me how many receivers could have played for Minnesota and still put up 1,000. The way this offense was ran. So you're absolutely correct, Daniel. Jettas will leave or request a trade if the Vikings come with that same piss poor bullshit. Period. Hands down, man down. So they better get their act together. But now, no, man, you don't trade Jettas for what? The time to trade him would have been then. Huh? Heavy. The years he was really going crazy early. Kirk is wrong move, but he puts up stats, but never a playoff game. Aren't we tired of stats and never a playoff game? What did T-Bass just say? Fans have been cool with having the most Super Bowl appearances and never winning and shit like that. So that's the same situation right there. Same idea, mental of thinking. Kirk is wrong move, but he puts up stats, but never a playoff game. So if he's the wrong move, I don't give a damn about the stats he puts up. Why bring him in? We just talked about it damn near right there. Me and T-Bass just talked about it, bro. He said fans are cool with not winning a Super Bowl, but being in the most Super Bowls. How fucked up does that sound, bro, as a fan base? That's why I always say I see why the Vikings haven't won a damn Super Bowl. Look at the mentality for years. T-Bass is 59, different generation in all this. He's been watching since 70s, since the damn 70s, dog. No cap. You think he hasn't seen these cycles go in, cycles go out, dealing with the same bullshit, homie, year in, year out, having hope, then losing faith, then doing it all over again, year after year, bro. He's been seeing it for what 20, 30 plus years. So he know what's going on for real, dog. No cap. I mean, Dre been seeing it too. And we see it now. It's been going on for years, decades, dog. The same cycle, the same situation. Eventually, you got to sit back and ask yourself, damn, what's the problem for real? What's going on around here for real? And ain't nobody got a problem with it. Everybody cool with it, not winning, being a one and done playoff team. Like, what? What is it all for? Did the Vikings sign a fucking contract where they can't where they can't be a Super Bowl team, or they can't win the Super Bowl with something going on behind the damn scenes, bro? You hear me? Heavy. Oh, I must know. I must know. And I promise you, dog. I promise you right now, huh? I'll stop watching Vikings football for life. Oh, it'll be tough. It'll be difficult, but guess what? Fuck, I'm gonna watch something for this rigged and scripted and all that. Heavy. I got time for that shit. People putting hours in, watching the game, watching their team play, and you telling me it's scripted, it's rigged, it's in the contract, huh? You shitting me, boy. Heavy. Drop the Viking just like that. Period. No cap. Yeah, man. You gotta be kidding me, man. For real. But if we know Kirk is the wrong move, why the hell do it? Period. I don't care who like it. If you know as an organization, the fans know Kirk is the wrong move, why the hell do it? Period. I lose my shot seeing 8 again. Come on, Daniel. Huh? T-Bass sees it like I see it. He has full control. Why lose your job? Man, it's a lot going on in many, a lot going on in many. And you need to get your boy John Randall on here in Jared Island. Big facts, no cap. Big facts, no cap. Daniel, heavy. Our scouts have their heads up their asses. That's one of the big problems right there, Daniel. You know? Yeah, what? That's one of the biggest problems right there, Daniel. You know, the damn scouts. Main problem, homie, for real. Lack of identifying talent. Your piss poor scouting team. Boom. I take it back. Keep KOC as motivation speaker. Oh man. Hey, that boy talk good as a bitch, huh? He talk real good. Bad coaching, not developing anyone. Mediocrity is our team. Wow. Look, it's dollars and cents, y'all. Big facts, no cap. You hear me? Heavy. Quasi will be remembered as the GM who got us a Hall of Fame kicker. Oh man. Shout out Will Riker, huh? Roll Tide, full of pride. I repeat, shout out Will Riker. Roll Tide, full of pride, homie. Yeah. Skol Vikes, Skol Tide. Oh yeah. When is the last time you have seen our Vikings put up a 50 burger shit in forever? It's been forever. So how do we save Justin Jefferson now without a great year? I mean, shit, the man still put up 1,000, Daniel. You know? Yeah, man, for real. I move Jettas everywhere, double movement at the line. Dude, our head coach needs to go if he can't. Head coach, that's the main factor, the main culprit, homie. Yeah. Man, shout out my dog Daniel in the building. He been on fire tonight. I'm gonna finish up this article and roll out on 20 with the top back. Oh man, shout out Ludacris, man. Oh man. Dude put me on Luda. Bro, he put me on Luda earlier, man. That boy Luda has some bars, though. I ain't even gonna cap. I ain't gonna lie, you know. Yeah. Love was one of the most dynamic, exciting playmakers in college football last season. The game-breaking running back led the nation in rushing yards and touchdowns each of the past 2 seasons. Love finished third in Heisman voting in 25 after rushing for 1,372 yards on 6.9 yards per carry, along with 18 touchdowns. He also caught 27 passes for 280 yards and 3 touchdowns. As the top back in the country, Love has been a projected top 10 pick in plenty of mocks. However, there are still some draft analysts who doubt whether the teams at the top will pick Love, considering the amount of needs those teams currently have. And we talking about needs, homie. The Vikings have a lot of needs, and running back really is not one of them. I mean, some may beg to differ, but I don't think it really is. I think we have talent in the room already, baby. Yeah. And you can find a running back late, baby. Yeah. You know, the devaluation of the running back over the past decade has also led some to wonder if we see Love fall in April. If he slides, the Notre Dame back would be an immediate upgrade for the Vikings.